We are from Diabetic Foot Care India Private Limited, Chennai. Now I will be describing about the kit content for the product Digital Biothesiometer VIBROTEST Lx. It's a very basic model. This is a carry bag, it's a padded bag, and then the instruments are kept inside. So you will have a detailed user manual, and there are two numbers of spare fuses. The main biothesiometer unit, a mains cable for connecting with 230 volt mains. It does not have battery, it will operate only on mains, and then the vibrator probe. So this is connected to the instrument for testing on the patients. So this is the content. Now I will explain in detail about each and every parts, how to operate in few minutes. We are talking about Digital Biothesiometer VIBROTEST Lx. So this is the main unit. So I have removed the packing. So this is the main unit, and we have the probe and then the mains cable. Okay. So this particular model is a basic model. Very few controls, easy to operate. You have a control here, it's called volt. It is for increasing the intensity of the vibration. Okay. Clockwise rotation will increase, anti-clockwise rotation will reduce the intensity. You have an on-off switch, and you have a connector for connecting the vibration probe. Okay, just connect it here. Just tight the nut. Do not over tight it, just gently tight it. We have connected this mains cable. Okay. So on the back side, you have a socket for connecting the power cable. Okay. And you can see at the bottom there is, it's indicated actually fuse. So there is a fuses, standby fuses, and the main fuse inside. Using a screwdriver you can take it out, and then if the fuse is gone we can replace it actually. Normally it will not happen. So we just connect the mains cable now. I connected the mains cable, and then the other end of the mains cable I connected to the power cord. Now it's ready, so I switch it on. You can see it says DFC, Diabetic Foot Care, and then it shows 00. Always before starting the machine we should see that this knob is in the fully counterclockwise direction. It should show 00. Okay, for this will help the machine to run for longer duration. So as you slowly increase, you can see the numbers are keep increasing actually, and you will also get a vibration here on the tip which is proportional to this number. This is indicated as volts. Okay, you have a range of between 0 and 50 volts. Okay, when it reaches on the 50, we give a small alarm indicating that you are on the higher side. Okay, that's the maximum. Okay. So you need to increase it till patient gets the vibration. Where to test? The points are predefined. You can see here the points is here. Okay, left foot and right foot, great toe, first metatarsal head, third metatarsal head, fifth metatarsal head, instep and heel. So 6 points per foot, totally 12 points you have to test. On this side, if you see, there are two keys. It's called record and check. Okay, a record is for moving the data to computer, but that is not available in this particular model because this is a probe which is common for all the models. So this record key is not functional for this particular model because we don't have computer connectivity and we don't have the software for this. Okay. So check, when you press check, here the number, assuming okay you are keeping it at 15, patient says is feeling the vibration. I press it, and now when I press, the vibration at the tip is stopped. And when you are asking the patient again, he should respond that he is not getting any vibration. When you release it, patient should say I am feeling the vibration. So if so, that means what he is perceiving is correct. Suppose even when you press check, when you are stopping the vibration and when the patient says I am feeling it, probably that could be the touch sense, not the vibration sense. So you have to always put it on the patient hand, palm, on a bony area and show them the vibration pattern, and you can increase them and decrease them so that they will understand how the vibration will feel like. Then when you test it on the foot, they can easily find it out, the difference. So once the patient says I am getting it, assuming here at some 16, I press check, so patient should say I am not feeling it. When I release, patient say yes, I am getting. So that means the number is correct. Okay. Otherwise you can keep increasing it till he gets the number. Okay. So by and large, most of the clients agree that when the voltage is more than 25, that means okay, the patient foot is high, it is classified as high risk foot. So beyond 25, that means they lost the sensation, so they are likely to get injury. That leads to complications like amputations. So, but there are few clients, they classify up to 15. Okay, they say it's normal. If you feel the vibration till 15, you are normal. Okay, when beyond 15 to 20, if you feel that, then you are mild loss of vibration perception. From 21 to 25, if you feel it, then you are classified as moderate, and beyond 25, severe or abnormal. Okay, so but in any case, beyond 25 volt is considered abnormal. It's a very simple test. Okay, once you complete the test, after finishing everything, you have to reduce it to 0 again, and then you have to switch it off. That's it. Very simple to operate. So this is the simplest product available with us. It is called VIBROTEST Lx. We have already discussed about VIBROTEST Lx, our digital biothesiometer, about their controls, about their operation, the interpretation, how to use it on the patients, everything we have discussed. But unfortunately, that particular model does not have any documentary output for giving it as a report to the patient. So we need to prepare a pre-printed reporting format. So we are going to discuss about it. So you are seeing on the screen a few sample reports generated by our higher-end machines. Through computer you can connect and then take the recording. You can use the same format. You can instead of our name, you can print the hospital name and address with the logo. The ID, name, age, everything can be there without the names. You can make it blank. And the same way, within the foot you have the values, so we can make it a blank form there, so that as you test you can write the value inside. And then next, the average and the interpretation, that we can make it blank, so we can manually take the average, and then under the remarks column, then you can type or write the interpretations, whether it is normal, mild, moderate. If you see that there are two reports, the first one on the left side is mostly used in India, the one on the right side being used by our European clients. So in both you can have the same setup. You can have, and in case if you need any support from us, we can provide you the image, or if you want we can even design the format. If you can furnish all your details, we can send you a blank design that you can give it to your printer, and then you can print it so that you can give it to the patient as a report. You can print it in a 50s or 100s booklet, and then you can give it to them actually. So this completes the VIBROTEST Lx product. In case if you have any doubts, any clarifications, kindly contact us. Our email ID and phone numbers are given at the end. Please do contact us. Please also comment. If you have any points to know us, please do send us your points. Thank you very much. Our VibroTest reporter software icon. Double click it. You will get the main screen. You can see all in one screen. So you have the test point, patient details, everything on the main screen itself. With the new software. So you can see here at the top you have a menu new. Whenever a patient comes for the first time, you have to select new. And if the same patient subsequently coming after 3 months, 6 months for review, then you have to select old. Okay. And edit in case of any correction in the spelling, or you want to add the patient ID is wrong, you can edit it. You can use edit. Delete is for deleting a patient record. Okay, single record or multiple record. Reports, actually this is helps to see all the pre-recorded data. Okay. So when I say report, okay, here actually I don't have a database, so maybe I will show it later. Hospital setting is about the hospital. Okay, you can create the letterhead. Okay, here you can see please change this header with your hospital name and address. So you can delete it and you can type it. You can select the font color, and then you have to save. Before saving it, you can just click and see the preview how it looks like, whether it is looking neat. Yes, now it's good. So now we have in our name, so you can change it to your name. And then again logo, so I can give my logo. It says bitmap. You can click here, you can select png, jpg. I have only in jpg. So the menu, okay, I'll select this. It's uploaded. Suppose if you want to see how it look like, you can again go to the header and see the preview. You can see the logo is there. Actually logo will be always coming on the left side. Okay, there is no provision to move it to the right side. Okay, because everybody, if you give the option, there will be a problem. So we made it a point to give it on the left side. Otherwise you can create a full graphics, and then you can insert that graphics here. That is also possible. Okay. In that case you will have whatever you want. So then consultant, you can add consultant. So just click new, and then I say type it, and then you can save it. Then it comes here automatically. You can add multiple. Suppose if it is a single user, then we can have only one. Like if you have some corporate client, so if there are many doctors, some vascular surgeon will be involved, some podiatrist will be involved, so you can add everything. Then on the patient side you get a drop down box, then you can select referral, because some hospitals will get continuously some referral from outside. So they wanted to test for the neuropathy, so they are sending here. So if you want, you can add their name also. Okay, if you want email id, you can give it, otherwise you can leave it. The reason for email id is the software allows you to send email. The reports can be sent via email. Later on you can send the email to the concerned in person. So it is asking for, and then examiner, that is technician. If you want, I can add technician name. Because in corporate they would like to have accountability, so for that reason they would like to have the technician name. Save. You can add any number of technicians. And visibility, okay, so if you want, you can switch it on so that this will come on the report. If you are not switching on, it will not be coming, but it will be in the database. Okay, so here whatever icon is already selected, they are deselected. So whatever icon to be selected, that will be in color actually. So that means here visibility is off, so I can make it on. So here examiner name set to show. Okay, so this is the hospital setup. We have done everything. Then application id, because this one, small clinics, they don't have unique id for every patient, right? So it asks for the patient id. They keep on saying 001 001, same id they will give for every patient. So you'll have multiple patient name, different names, but id will be the same. So that creates, that clogs the database. Clogging that, automatically the database will be get corrupted in the long run. So in that case, we can make it on. By default the automatic id is on because here it is paid. But if you are maintaining unique numbers for every patient, then you can make it off. Okay, auto id generation is turned off. So that means you have to type in id, otherwise the system will generate its own id, so that for every patient you will have different id. Interpretation on off, because some doctors, they do not want the final interpretation, the normal abnormal, to be printed on the report. So but default it is on. You can see it is deselected. If you want to make it off, you have to select it. Okay, the interpretation rule for the biothisiometry. Okay. If you want to change, you can change it. Once you change, then it will get updated. Okay, report title. Okay, how do you want to have the report on the printout? You can edit it and you can save it. Backup. So after some time you feel that no, the data are too much, so you wanted to back it up, or your system is the windows has got corrupted, so you feel like you want to repair the windows, and you may worry that the database might get lost. So during that situation you can just click backup, because since there is no backup, I mean patient, it is saying database no. Otherwise it will ask you, it will show you a location, so you can put your pen drive or external hard disk or place where it will be secure. You can just locate it and then it will get updated to that location. And once your system is repaired and everything is done, you want to reinstall, you can just click reinstall. Okay, so naturally whatever the existing data might get lost, so you say yes, and then it will ask for the location. You give that particular pen drive location or whatever location where it is stored, then from there it gets updated. Email setup, normally we don't use it. In case we want to use it, you can use the email setup for sending the data by email. Presently it supports only Gmail. Okay, okay. Email and export, so I made it off by default. Okay, we can make it on. Export means exporting of that particular patient data. Okay, for entire thing you have to go for the backup, but this is only the report, the particular report you want to export to someone or email to someone, then you have to make it on. Okay, manual entry is there, because this system
will record data only when it is connected, the computer and devices are connected properly electrically, then only it will record. Sometimes because of some reason the communication, the wire or something damaged, you are not then the device, the software will show communication error. So till it is getting repaired, maybe you can make it manual entry on. Okay, now actually by default it is okay on, manual entry is on, so usually I have to make it off. Okay, so now it will be connected through the patient only, I mean through the device, sorry. So you can see manual entry off. So that means it has to work only through software. And support services, user manual. So it will have user manual, it will have a demo video. The complete demo video will be there for for the technician to learn how to use it. And the remote support is actually, suppose you have any doubt or any problem in the system, the software, you can use this remote support, and then you can get connected with our service team through internet, and they will log into your system, and then they can repair or do some kind of training to you if you are interested. Okay, so these are the different menus used. Okay, so that's it. So then we will now go and then we will test one particular patient. Okay, we will see how the patient is tested. See, the main advantage in this new software, the new system is, unlike the other competitors or our own machine, when the device is connected to the laptop and when the software is open, see automatically it gets connected. So it gives the VIBROTEST connected, COM25 connected. That's a USB number for COM25, and then it indicates the USB port whether it is connected through USB. Okay, and then you will get the number. Okay, so you can see it is increasing. I am increasing and decreasing. So I don't have to see the device also. I will see all the records here itself. So that's the main thing. You don't have to select the port number for connecting it. So whenever you connect the device to the computer and the power is on the device, when you open the software, it will automatically connect it. Within the minute, it will connect it, and then it will show. If there is a connection error, okay, then you can see device not connected, communication error, and you can see here. So maybe without your knowledge you would have removed it, or there is some damage in the cable, then you will get it. Okay, so you just connect it again. Once you connect it, and then you just see refresh. Now you can see it's connected. I can even see I'm changing the value, it is now changing. So very simple. We done a lot of changes. So now I do a test. Mr. Santosh. Okay, before that, okay, fine. ID, I made it off, so I have to type in ID here. You can have alphanumeric, maybe dot, but not all the special characters like and all those things will not come. It is, they're all disabled. Okay, patient ID, I am saying it's DFCI 1234. It's taking, then age 27. Okay, consultant name, referral. Suppose if you have multiple, then you will have multiple names will be shown on the software. Okay, examiner. Okay, so all these things are selected. Now it is ready for testing. So you can see VPT screening and monofilament screening. So I just select VPT. You can see here the VPT is selected and the cursor is blinking on the toe. Okay, so in our older system you will get one more screen there where you will be seeing the foot image. Okay, assuming the patient has got a toe amputated, especially the right toe, because our software is designed to open at right toe. The cursor is in the right toe. If the toe is not there, then you cannot record here. So you can see in every spot you have a tick mark, right? You just click the tick mark, you can see it is deselected. Now it becomes like this. So you have a wound, you cannot test it, or if it is amputated, you can do it. Suppose if it is a 4-foot amputation, okay, so then I can deselect these points. So let us assume like that. So the cursor automatically goes to the midfoot. Okay, so now I increase the voltage and then I can test it on the patient. So in that way you can easily do it. Okay, so I select every point, then it will work actually. Got the point? Very simple to do it.
First metatarsal, third and fifth metatarsal heads, instep and heel. The same thing you can see in the software also. It is there actually, all the spots are the same spots. When I do the testing, the probe should not be pressed hard actually. When I press hard, sometimes it might damage the probe, and also the output number might slightly change. So gently touch the spots so that you will get the right value. So before doing the test, we need to educate the patient. The patient should understand the feeling of the testing actually. The vibration pattern should be known to the patient, only then they can able to understand the feeling in the foot. So usually we will keep around 25 volt, a little stronger, and then we will test it on the patient's hand, because normally the hands are not much affected, so they can feel the vibration pattern very nicely, so that they can able to pick up from the foot also later on. So I will be testing it on the bony spot. Do you feel vibration?
Yes.
Now?
Yes.
Now?
Yes.
Now?
Yes.
Okay, you should feel the same in the foot. Whenever you feel, you should say yes.
Okay.
So now, having educated, now I will start from 0 volt. As I reduce the knob, the number in the software also is automatically changing. So now it is in 0. Now I should start slowly increasing it, and then starting with the right toe. So I am keep increasing the number, and he will say at one number, are you getting it?
Yes.
So he is getting at 6, but I am not sure whether the value is correct. So to make sure correct or wrong, the check key is pressed on the probe. When I press check key, the vibration is stopped. I am stopping the vibration now. Do you feel any vibration?
No.
Now?
Yes.
So I removed it, so vibration resumes, so you can able to feel it. So now the value is correct. Then immediately I can say record. So you get a beep sound, and then the number is also recorded in the software.
So the 6 is recorded in the software. You can see it here now, 6. See the cursor move to the metatarsal head. So I keep the probe in the metatarsal head, and then I reduce it, the voltage, and I keep increasing the voltage. And the patient at one point is feeling it. So the moment he says, so we have to record it. He says, okay. So I am pressing check. So by pressing check, I am stopping the vibration, and he says he's not feeling it. I am releasing it. Says he's getting. So 7 is the right number. I record it. So like that, I record it in every point. Every point before testing, recording it, just press check, cross check whether the patient is feeling the vibration. So many times they feel the touch, they assume touch is a sense, so then the reading is wrong, or they would have lost vibration perception. They may be having only the touch. Okay, so you have to find out and then increase the voltage, then you can check it up. So I'm checking it. every point I cross check and then check, record. Once everything is done, so you can see the average is done and you will get the interpretation. So as per the software, less than 15 is considered normal. Okay, so 16 to 20 it is mild loss, 21 to 25 moderate, beyond 25 abnormal. So these settings you can change at any time. So you have the provision. So now I have to save. You can see the other menus are deselected. So I'm just saving it. So saving is done. Now monofilament is enabled. Okay. So I just click monofilament.
So this is our monofilament. It comes in the form of card. Okay, when you open it, you will see here. This is basically for a single patient, but if you are using it on a non-infective food, then you can use it for multiple patients till it becomes permanently bent like this. So otherwise, you can, if it is straight, you can use it. The method is, so this is calibrated to buckle when you apply 10 gram of force. So now I am just touching it, so it is not 10 gram, but when I press little bit more, you can see it is bending. So that means it is up. I am giving a force of 10 gram. So IDF and WHO recommended 10 gram monofilament for testing the protective touch sensation, loss of protective touch sensation. So this is calibrated for 10 grams. Okay, so you have to press and hold for about 1.5 seconds and then release it. You should not do it like this. You should not press it over actually. Just press it. When it becomes bent, leave it. Just hold it for 1.5 seconds and then remove it. Okay. After the test, if you have an alcohol swab, you can just wipe it to remove any dust particles. Okay. The same way I will be doing it on the foot. Patient has to identify. For our software, we have the same points, that is grade 2, first, third, fifth metadasylphate, and then instep and heel. So I have to test all the points. So I will be testing it on the right toe. So I'm just pressing it and I'll be asking the patient whether he is feeling. Do you feel it?
Yes.
Where you are feeling?
Toe.
Toe. Okay. Do you feel it now?
Yes.
Do you feel now?
Yes.
Do you feel now?
Yes.
Are you feeling it
No.
now?
Yes.
Okay. Do you feel it now?
No.
Do you feel it?
Yes.
Do you feel it now?
Yes.
Now?
Yes.
Now?
Yes. Yes.
Now?
Yes.
Do you feel now?
Yes.
Do you feel it now?
Yes.
Now?
Yes.
How about now?
Yes.
Okay. So we have tested the points. So
No, already we have seen it on the monofilament. So when all the points are felt, okay. So here after you can see the color. Green means present, red means absent, yellow means not recorded. So naturally, since all the points are felt by the person, is because he is a young boy. So I can leave this all green. Okay, so I just save it. Now it comes to the main screen, and I can see here preview. In the preview, I can see the two documents. One for the monofilament, you can see the hospital name, patient details, and then the value, average value, and then right normal, left normal, consultant name, specifications. Okay, the technician name also has come. Whereas in the monofilament, you get the tick mark everywhere, and since there is no electronics, there is no remark here actually. You can just print it if you want. You can print. Then you can get the hard copy. Okay. So I can also give a print here. There you can see preview. You can see and then print. Here when you directly print, it will not allow you to see the graph. Just dump it onto the printer. That's the difference. Okay. So all done. So I have to say exit. Suppose if the same patient again comes after 6 months. Okay. So I have to go to the wall, select Santosh, automatically ID is selected. Suppose in the same Santosh name, there are maybe possible in India that have the same name can appear, but in that case your ID will be different. So it will ask you to select the ID at that time, because since I don't have the database, so there is only one patient, automatically it is selecting. Otherwise you will get multiple patient ID, you can select that, then you can do it. So here you can do, see everything is there. So I go to VPT screening. Okay, the number is there, so I increase it. So let's assume one more scene here. So I assume he has gotten a 4-foot amputation. Okay, so I remove. So let's see now how much the values. Let me also have the value on the higher side. Okay, one side I'll keep it 23. So I'm checking it and then recording it. So the other side I will keep it on the higher side, maybe around 30. Okay. Same way, test it, press check, make sure the vibration is felt, then record. Okay. So multiple points I am recording. Since it is for demo, I am just running through. Okay. So all done. So I am saving. Now it's monofilament. If you want, you can do it. Otherwise, you can leave it actually. So I am just clicking monofilament. Here you can see here these parts shows yellow, not recorded, because we assume that he is having either uh, an ulcer or 4-foot is amputated. So there is no point to test. So naturally it is also showing yellow here. So here it is showing one thing. So I'm just clicking it here. It becomes red. That means absent. I am also clicking it here. Maybe here a few points. Okay. So now let's see how the report looks like. Okay. When I go to the preview, here you can see NR. NR means not recorded. We are not recorded the data here. So here it is 22. It says moderate. Here it is all are more than 25. You can see here color becomes red and it says severe. Okay, it's abnormal, high risk foot. Okay, and then here if you see, since it is not selected, here also not selected. Here you can see double X, that means absent. Here also 2 points, it is double X. Okay, if you want, you can give a print, then it gets printed, or you can also print from here directly. Okay, so this is very simple. That's it. So I will show you the report. So if I want to see the patient's previous report, so I select it, then I can select 3 letters of the patient name and then do a search. But since I have only one, it's coming there. You can search by name or you can search by patient ID. Okay, you can see here multiple tests. So it is showing one. So I'm selecting it, then the data changes. Okay, and then you can see here the data also. Then if you want, you can have the preview, and if you want print, you can give a print. So that's the use of report. So report means all the previous tests, if whether the patient is having the file or not, it allows the user to browse through the test done on the patient. Okay, so that's it. So we have done all the tests. New old reports we have seen. Very simple to do. I've also shown you how the communication error happens, how to reconnect it. So just connect the cable and then do the refresh, then the connection gets resolved, then you can test it. So if you have any doubts, any clarification, always please do contact us. Thank you. I am closing down.